Are you broke? You have no friends? Are you depressed? Hey, that does sound like me. Wish you could be rich, like me? Well, what if I told you you can be? Our nation's top researchers have been experimenting and have recently discovered a way to turn all of your spare wood into diamonds. Huh, that guy looks a lot like me. So the diamond assembly line goes something like this. We need to farm trees to get charcoal, then using the charcoal we can make coal. We can then compress the coal to make coal blocks, which we can then superheat to make diamond shards, which we can then compress into diamonds. Quite a long process, so it's going to be a pretty technical episode today. But that does mean first thing on the agenda is to make a tree farm, because we're effectively going to be making diamonds out of wood. And honestly, this may be a blessing in disguise, because I've been putting off making a tree farm for a long time. I'm thinking we build the tree farm somewhere around here, and I want to go for more of a unique design. The first thing before all of that though, we're going to need to flatten this area out. Okay, so the design I've gone for is going to require a lot of copper. Now, I don't think we're going to have enough in our storage systems. It shouldn't be that big of a problem though, because copper is pretty abundant. Let me just see how much we can make if we use all of our copper. Okay, about 2 stacks. Yeah, we're going to have to do a lot of mining. I also need to wax my copper, so we're going to need some honeycombs, which I'm actually not that sure how to obtain. Yeah, so it turns out I've never actually touched Minecraft bees in my life.
How to shear honeycombs and the crafting recipes and uses of honeycombs.
So I couldn't find a nest on the island, which means we're gonna have to just manually do it. Okay, so I believe it's a 1 in 20 chance. And we're out of bone meal. Okay. Is this even possible? I'm starting to have my doubts. Oh, holy fuck. Okay. Yes. Pollinate. Please. Okay, that's 1 or 3. So now we gotta wait for them to do that again. So what I can do with this actually is I can make it into a honeycomb block, and then I can use this honeycomb block on a deployer to wax copper. And the good thing about this is that it doesn't consume the block. So I can do this as many times as I want, which means I don't have to set up a crazy bee farm or anything. I also got like a little board waiting for the bees, so I made a little pond. Look, okay, I didn't have that much to work with. You gotta cut me some slack. Yes! I believe all I need to do is give this to that and then put this down. Okay, so if we just do some quick calculations. 55 stacks, 56 stacks. Ah, yes, this old cave. It's been a hot minute since I've last been here. Now, I think this should give me like quite a bit. Oh yeah, wow, okay, this is gonna take no time at all. That's like 4,000 copper right there. This thing is so unlike something I would usually build. I call it the greenhouse. And here's the thing, while I'm at it, I figured I might as well just farm every single type of wood. I guess maybe every type of wood is a stretch because I have a few mods in here that add different wood types, but I think I'm going to farm at least all the vanilla trees. And I'll run you through how I want to set this up. So my vision looks something like this, right? On the top floor, the ground floor, we're going to have... How many is this? 1, 2, 3, 9 little sections. And we're going to have mini tree farms on each of these blocks. So I'm thinking like, for example, spruce here, jungle here, birch here. I'm blanking on my trees. Acacia. In the middle here, we're going to have cherry trees because of 2 reasons. 1, I think it's going to look nice having the big cherry trees in the middle. And 2, like I said just then, they are pretty big. So I'm scared if I put the cherry trees like on one of these outer blocks, it would grow out of the building and I'd constantly just have pink leaves sticking out of it, which is not very cool. Once this floor is complete, we're then gonna dig down. We're gonna go down maybe like 10 blocks, and then we're gonna farm oak and dark oak on the basement floor. So we're gonna have a ring of mini farms on the ground floor, and then on the basement floor we're gonna have 2 bigger farms. And of the vanilla saplings, there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, and the cherry that need to go on this top floor. But we have 3 extra slots on the right here. So in the future, if I suddenly decide, I don't know, I like building with sap maple, and we can also farm that wood. Anyway, let's build these little tree farms. Now, I actually think I have a pretty good idea for how I'm gonna power all of this. And in my mind, it looks really cool, but I'm not sure what it's gonna look like in execution. So I'm thinking we make like a cool little design with cogs, and then we link it up, and then we have the floor be glass. Now, where do we want to route our power from? This is something I didn't consider. Alright, look at that. I'm loving that. Now let's go get some glass. That's very majestic. Before we give these saplings, how am I gonna extract the wood? Okay, let's just play around with this until we get something that works. Wait, I've just had a crazy thought. Okay, if this works, I'm the best create mod player of all time. Yeah, so suffice to say, I am not the best create mod player of all time. I tried to do this crazy thing with a minecart contraption, but it didn't really end up working out. Please work. What? Wait, where did it go? So I just kind of slept on it, and the next day I realized I could literally just use mechanical arms. Okay, it's the next day. This did not work. Fortunately, I have come up with a less ambitious solution. We're just gonna use mechanical arms. So now if I put an item here, it should go all the way to the middle. Oh, yeah, that's really slow. Might just remove this for now, because now we can actually plant all our saplings. Oh! Alright, now I think we're all set to turn this on. Let's get on with the second story. Okay, elevator time. There we go. Put a little button here, and then we'll put a little button here as well. Not that I shouldn't need to use this, but in case I do, it's there. Alright, so I think with that, I'm all set to work on the basement layer. The greatest thing about this is that we already have a source of rotational force. We also gotta link this up soon so it stops just spitting all the shit out on the bottom floor. We gotta be really careful we don't get hit by these things because they hurt a lot. So I'm thinking we have a cheeky little conveyor belt here. That way all of these items will be dropped down. So if we get some chutes, nice. Oh, it's all gonna come down. I need one like this with a chute here and that interface there, and then the other one, let's do like this with a chute like that and then an interface like this. So we have to move the wood to our storage system, but we also have to sort out the oak wood, or some of the oak wood at least, because that's gonna get turned into coal and then diamonds. Thankfully though, we can just hook it up to this thing. So if we just extend this out like as far as we can. Oh, perfect. Ah, yes. This is gonna supply me with all the wood I'll ever need. Downside to this is right now we have a massive conveyor belt sticking out our factory district. But as we build more factories, this thing will get covered up. And also, it's quite useful because we can just feed all of our factory product onto this conveyor belt and it'll go straight into our storage system. So now this is completely functional and we can activate you. Oh, it's all gonna go in here. Everything's gonna go down here. This is so good. This is so good. This is once again one step closer to automating every item in the game. Now that the tree factory is fully complete, we can move to part 2 of building our diamond factory, which is building the actual diamond factory. Go ahead and decorate this area up first because right now our factory's a little in the sky. And you know, typically factories don't do that, so... Alright, I've added some little trees and some lamps like we have in our little seaside town over there. It's mainly because I had this massive area here and I didn't really know what to fill it with. For the diamond factory I went with something a little interesting. Basically the reasoning behind this, or the logic behind this, is since we're going to be bulk haunting charcoal into coal. You know, the law behind this is basically like, you know, this factory was once all stone, all andesite. But after months of haunting charcoal into coal, the soul fire has also haunted the andesite into blackstone. And now I'm a bit of a world building genius. Anyway, so we're going to funnel the oak wood that's coming from here, and it's going to come over here. It's going to come out through here, and then it's going to be haunted in this area, obviously. It's then going to follow all the steps to become diamonds, and it's going to go back underground, where it will link up with this little conveyor belt here. If you are interested, both this schematic and this schematic are on my Patreon page. It is $3 a month. Well, let's get on with the diamond factory. Okay, so making the diamonds is where things get a little more complicated. And that's mainly because we're going to require one of these. First of all, an industrial fan. And then also one of these, which I think is called a seething sail or something like that. Yes. And this thing is quite the recipe. Additionally, we're also gonna need a haunting catalyst, probably, if that exists. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna come down here and we're just gonna sort everything into stacks, because that way it'll be a lot easier to organize everything. So exactly 64. So from now on, the wood and saplings and everything else will come in here and it will accumulate in this item vault until there is 64 of one given item, which it will then come out of this funnel. I can then easily extract, let's say, I don't know, half of our oak wood from this belt, because what I can do now is I can just put like a funnel here, for example, and set that to 32, which means every single time a stack of oak comes by, it's going to extract 32 from the stack. So that's a quick little way you can distribute your production. And the best part about this setup is we can literally just drop the diamonds straight onto the conveyor belt. Okay, let's start collecting the materials. Hog alloy zinc. If this breaks, I'm gonna be really pissed. Yes! Industrial fan. Oh, okay, no, that was right, okay. Ah, there we go. Sugar, egg, cinder flour. Okay. Blaze cakes, crystal, mechanism for blasting sails, seething sail. Yeah, we put that here. Is that done? Wow, that was really easy. So now it should all work. I'm just gonna test it though. Let's just get some wood that we don't need, like jungle. We have so much jungle. Let's just turn a bunch of jungle wood into diamonds. I'm not sure how efficient this thing is, but I'm hoping this many jungle logs should at least turn into a couple diamonds. Okay, that's not what I want. Yes! Yes! Okay. I'm just gonna put a brass funnel on here also, that means. Like this. That's looking good. Okay. So this should turn into coal after a bit. Yes, okay. Okay, that's getting crushed into coal blocks, which is turning into diamond shards. Okay. And once that... Oh, and then it's turning into diamonds, and then it's falling down. It's not very obvious. Let's see if I can... Yes! Oh my god, that's so good. Okay. Okay, so this thing is working great. And it produces quite a bit of diamond as well. Like, by the looks of things, it's not even like... It's pretty efficient. Like, it doesn't take that much wood. Yeah, look at this. We still have so much jungle. That is, unfortunately, all I have time for this episode. I wanted to get an episode out by early next week, or this week, when you'll be watching this episode. So I'm kind of in a rush. Now, a part of me is like, oh, I should just finish up this area, make this all look nice, you know, link this up. And as much as I want to do that, I really shouldn't, because today is Wednesday, tomorrow is Thursday, and on Friday and the weekend, I'm gonna be very, not at home. I want to get this video done by then, so this area is just gonna be a little unfinished. For now. Anyway, the next episode will be building your shop ideas, so I'm very, very excited for that. You guys have definitely pulled through with the suggestions. Thank you for watching till the very end. If you guys want to watch me rank all the create mod functional blocks, then click this video. Apparently I have some very hot takes according to you guys in the comments. Anyway, bye bye!